Can you describe for us what your attacker looked like?
Well, when he was standing up, he kind of would shift onto one. He acted like a very nervous person. He was of medium to short height, kind of pouchy, real casual, I don't want to say sloppily, but real casually dressed, of course real dusty from the lake, and he had this black hood on, came clear down to here. Just little slits in the eyes, and where, these clip-on glasses, they were clipped into those little loops.
You remained conscious through the entire ordeal. How long was it until help finally came?
Well, as soon as he got us, of course, Cecilia and I prayed that, that whatever the Lord wished, that could be expedient, and that, we were, willing to do whatever he had in mind. But we also realized that half the battle was going to have to be ours, that we were going to have to help ourselves. And I was able to untie one of her hands, but she was too weak to untie me at that time. So I scooted into a position where I could be looking out across the lake, and after calling several times, I found one position that had a little more echo to it that I thought was a little louder. And I called, and several boats went by, but they didn't stop. I don't know if they thought we were joking or what, but finally one fisherman who was going real slow, he stopped. He shut off his motor, and we cajoled and called, and we did everything to try to get him to come. And he sat there for about 15 minutes. And he did finally come closer, but he wouldn't come to the shore. I guess he was afraid that the man might still be around. He said he'd go get help. But I assumed he was like, so many other things we read about, he just didn't want to get involved. And so I decided that we were going to have to do this on our own. So I encouraged her enough to get me untied. And I got one wrist loose so that I could get the rest untied. And then I untied her. And then she still was so weak that she couldn't move.
How were you finally found?
Well, she was found down on the blanket still. I made it up about 300 yards up almost to the road, and it was a slow process because I couldn't see. I kept blacking out, and my legs kept getting weak. But I was getting progress. I think I could have made it to the road. But a pickup truck was coming along with these dirt roads, and apparently this man had called for help. And he picked me up and took me back down to the girl.
Is a human being, got to get his headaches cured. That this man, objectively, without even say that this man is sick. I can say there'll be no capital punishment by insurance until I go down to Dr. Fern, and then he represents San Francisco more officially, and then to take it from there.